What's up, traders? This is Vee Trades, and today I will be doing a technical analysis breakdown for MicroStrategy Incorporated with the ticker symbol MSTR. I will first be going over what I see in the daily chart and finish the video off with the weekly chart. This video is for entertainment purposes only. Please trade at your own risk. So this is the second time I'm doing this video because the first one was kind of glitching. So either way, I saved my drawing. So let's just go over what has happened today. So it looks like price did continue trending down lower, which was expected because it looks like this downward trend line is still in play off of the swing highs. You could draw it steeper down, and it looks like maybe price broke through it and is back testing it for some sort of support right over here. But either way, this horizontal level is definitely acting as resistance at the high 360s because this was prior support, then it turned to resistance right here and currently resistance again. So either way, there is some resistance right around this mid 360 level, and price is struggling to push through it. And generally, the trend lines can be subjective, but you have to draw them the way most people would look at it. And I think most people would look at it as a downtrend that's still in play instead of a retest. And then instead of a retest and resumption higher, I think most traders are going to be looking at it as a downtrend that's still in play. And this looks like a fake breakout of the trend line. And I'll show you guys why more on a different time frame. It will make more sense. So the story is that, the price is still in the bearish neighborhood. We would need to see price break above the 365 level for price to be in a bullish neighborhood. So this is still bearish territory, and this would be bullish territory right over here. So if we see a decisive break above that level once again at the 365, 368 level, then there's a good chance that price can maybe find support this time and continue higher, or we bust through that level and then we pull back and the pullback is not strong enough to come back all the way down, and then we rally higher. So those would be the two bullish cases to play out. But we are finding support at this minor level right here at 326, 327. I mentioned that yesterday. You can see that price was bouncing from here previously once, twice, failed breakout lower, and is bouncing again. So are we going to see some sort of higher low situation, something like this, and price continuing higher? Or are we just going to continue trending down lower? Bitcoin also looks kind of weak, so there's a good chance that Bitcoin can also fall down lower as well. But I believe tomorrow is also a holiday. Not necessarily a holiday, but it's a day of mourning for Jimmy Carter, the former U.S. President. I believe he was the 30-something, some of the president of the United States, and now the market will be closed tomorrow in honor of his death. So 39th U.S. president dies at 100. So I believe the market will be closed tomorrow. So I think most traders are trying to get in their positions right now. Either they're going to be neutral or they're going to start probably being bearish when this downtrend continues. So most likely we are going to see lower prices for MicroStrategy coming in the near term. Bitcoin looks to be dropping as well. So I'm looking for the two targets to the downside of 275, which is the gap fill. We have partially filled it, but I'm looking for a complete fill at 275, 276, and then a measurement target right around 237, 240, which is right around another gap as well. So overall, this trend still looks kind of weak. Looks like price is still not done correcting lower. We are fighting temporary support, but that might not be enough to reverse price higher with all the other bearish technicals on the chart. So that's what I see on the daily chart. And let's take a look at the weekly. Weekly chart shows that this week's candle is bearish looking. It's a tail bar. Most likely it will close bearish for the week. And you can see that if I draw a trend line on the weekly chart off the swing high against the other swing, you can see that it looks like price had a failed breakout of it instead of a back test of it, because this is the steepest I can go without cutting through the candles. So if I cut through the candles, yeah, it looks like a back test, but if I don't cut through it, it looks like price is still below it and getting rejected from it. So, different time frames, you're going to have to adjust your trend lines, but it looks like it fits better looking at it on the weekly chart using the wicks, and it looks like price is still below it. So overall, most likely we'll see continued downside momentum for MicroStrategy in the short term, unless we can see a decisive break above the 364, 365 level. Let's take a look at the log chart, the last chart I like to look at. This is just a long-term view of it. So long-term is still up, the trend. You can see that price is above this trend line right over here, and then it went inside of a steeper trend line. So there's a good chance we could probably see price pull back to that trend line, which is right around near that measurement move target, right around the lower 200. So I don't think this correction is over. Again, no one knows for sure. We can definitely still rally higher, but you have to weigh your options. You have to weigh the bullish side of the story. You have to weigh the bear side of the story, and it looks like the bears still have an upper hand against the bulls. So that's all I see for MicroStrategy on the daily, weekly charts. Most likely, I'll give you guys an update on Friday because tomorrow the market should be closed. Make sure you give the video a like, helps out the channel. Also, subscribe to the channel below so you don't have to search for these videos, and it also helps out the channel as well. So that's all I have for MicroStrategy and daily weekly charts. This is Vee Trades, and thank you for your time.